Should you work for free? The answer may surprise you. Let's talk about that today. I'm Raphael, and welcome to the channel. This is going to be a good one. The debate is hot and heavy for both sides. You have the not even once, not ever camp, and you have the catch-22. How else are you supposed to gain experience if you've never done it camp? And they're both right. When I was fresh out of school, I was presented with lots of work opportunities, and they were all non-paying because I didn't have any actual work experience. I remember taking this one job, working my ass off, and at the end of it, I gained an invaluable experience. Don't ever do that again. I spent the next year or so bouncing from odd paying jobs, all the while working on my own projects with friends, and building my reel one shot and clip at a time. I got the reel to a point where I sent it out and got hired for a 2-week gig that ended up lasting for 5 years. I asked why they hired me, and they said that there was one clip on my reel that really impressed them. A clip that I worked on for myself on my own time. I have worked once for exposure, and even worse, once for free this time and we'll have money next time. Both of these are horse. The exposure people are almost always never in a position to give any meaningful exposure. And the money next time people will never have money for you on their upcoming projects. Trust me, if you hear those words, gracefully say no thanks, or better yet, burn that contract. Have I worked for free since? Yes, I have, but I've been very selective when I would. So I made a list of times to work for free if you're able to do so, to gain meaningful experience, to help springboard your career in a more fine-tuned direction. You believe in a charity or cause and you know they couldn't afford to make it otherwise, or at least the money would be better spent supporting the actual cause. These are situations not to work for free. For exposure, there will be money next time, a project that will not help advance your career in a direction that you want. It would be better to work on your own project and spend that time wisely. And what I mean by that is you want to fill your reel or portfolio with projects and work that is exactly what you want to attract. Okay, let's assume that you do choose to work for free on a project. These are the biggest things you need to watch out for. Set limits on revisions and stick to it. People get weird on free gigs. They assume that they can keep asking for changes indefinitely. Set the limit to 2 rounds of notes and make sure that they put in their time to make all the notes for each one of those rounds. You can offer to do it for a fee after that point. Set a timeline for delivery and say you can't go beyond that point. Hard stop, as they say. Make sure that it's work that you can personally share after it's done and in the wild. Avoid work that is NDA and you'll never be able to share it or show it. What's the purpose at that point? Unless they can directly give you contact with potential clients, then maybe it's worth the contacts, but probably not. Avoid near free work as well, where they only have $500 for a job that is 10 times more to complete. Avoid work that will take longer than 1 month. These types of projects will eat way too much time and can prevent you from accepting and completing actual paying work. Set up your times for communication. Make sure you don't get stuck on the phone all day so they can shadow work with you on these projects. Also avoid not to cover any rental of gear or equipment and any expendables for the project. Make sure you get it all in writing. Even if it's a simple email that you write all the scope and your responsibilities and they send it back to you with the words accepted. Set the scope of the project as you see it. What you feel the deliverables will need to be, the duration of the finished project, or the number of designs or photos. Make sure you own the rights to the raw files. And after 1 year, you are free to use them as you see fit. They may get weird about this one, but definitely stick to it. And on top of that, make sure you keep all the working project files. Make sure you set everything that you are responsible for. The amount of days that you'll be shooting, the amount of days for post-production, any gear that you'll provide for the project, the number of days for motion graphics, the number of photos, the number of designs, and the times that you're available to connect with them during the day. Also, make sure that you're not available for weekends. There are many that will take advantage of people willing to work for free, use them up, and move on to the next person without a second thought. The problem is who is doing the hiring and what they are trying to get out of the situation. So make sure it is actually equally beneficial for you. Professionally, I wouldn't hire someone that has no experience in a particular field, but I would hire them in an entry-level position and give them tasks to see how they do. I also wouldn't get someone to work for free so they can gain experience. I would find a way to pay them. but that's just me. When I find a trustworthy and reliable person, I will always call them back for work. That is one of the main things that I look for. We are living at the best time for creatives. You don't need permission to go out and make amazing pieces of work that showcase your skills. This is how you build your reel, and it will attract the kind of paid work you will be great at. As with everything, regardless if it's free or paid, you need to bring your top game. If you slack in the creative industry, you're done. And by slack, I mean not to deliver on what you set out to accomplish. You can have ups and downs, but you always have to deliver. Even if you have to figure it out as you go, that's on you to come to the project prepared. The luckiest of us are the ones that are usually most prepared. So the question remains, should you work for free? If it's something that could springboard you into the direction that you want, then yes. Do you have stories working for free? Share them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. What are your thoughts on working for free? Should people do it? How do you handle it? That's it. As always, thanks for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I'm Rafael. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. As always, thanks for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up.